Our subject today is professional, personal development and sustainability. A holistic approach investing in myself, for you, yourself, for a brighter future. So that's an objective of our today's session. Do not worry if the contents are not completed. We are going to overflow the contents next time. But whatever we interact today must be adopted from the knowledge platform. That is an objectivity. So we continue our session now on the subject. The presentation may contain information and materials drawn from various sources, including but not limited to online and offline publications, research studies, and other publicly available resources. I, the presenter, acknowledges and expresses appreciation for the contribution of these resources. This presentation is intended for educational and informational purpose, and is not intended to constitute legal, financial, or other professional advices. We are going to discuss something about the personal development. We are going to discuss something about interpersonal relationship. The topics belong to human relations. Topic belongs to the HR management stream in the industry. But from where they are evolving, is there something linked to philosophy? And what is that exactly? Why we are talking of philosophy slide suddenly? The philosophy is considered to be mother of knowledge. The philosophy is a human instinct. You know something today, you want to know something more about it. You can see one diagram on my screen right now. 3 musketeers of an atom: electron, proton, neutron, correct? We have studied in our physics and chemistry, correct? Proton and neutron are our laziest fellows sitting in the nucleus, and electron is a workaholic fellow continuously revolving around the nucleus, correct? That is what we know from the physics. But it was not known a couple of years back. Scientists did research, philosopher kept thinking, what is this exactly happening? They saw some clouds and everything, and then they defined that, okay, there are 2 musketeers sitting in the nucleus called named proton and neutron, and electron is revolving in the orbits. And once they concluded that, when sufficient evidence has been collected in that field, still not 100% sure, but to the highest level of confidence. So it becomes, this knowledge pool, atom, has become the part of physics and chemistry, science. So physics and chemistry is an offshoot of philosophy. Correct? Now what is next after this? If the philosophy has generated a science stream called physics and chemistry, what philosophy is doing still? Philosophy should close its door. No. It's a continuous process. It's a mother of knowledge. It has to think beyond. Even what has been identified, it has to think beyond. The natural question comes on your screen now. Philosophers, one of the branches, metaphysics, okay, they are still having the questions. Now what are the questions? Who has put electron in orbit? See the question now. First is only identification, electron is revolving in the orbit. But now the question comes, who has put that electron? Who has assigned that job to electron? Why proton and neutron are in the center? Who told them to sit there? And why not proton is in the orbit and why not electron is in the center? And the recent research which is coming up is finding some more particle, some more element into an atom. Correct? So the philosophy did not stop at that point of time. They said we have identified electron, proton, neutron, but we are still identifying something new. And how this is linked to today's session? The point which we have to take from this slide is human is always thirsty for the knowledge. Always. It's a theory of evolution. And because of theory of evolution and the knowledge thirst, an individual is growing. There is a personality development is happening every day. The concept is in the personality development or a growth of a human that it never stops any point of time. It's a continuous process. The way time is running, the way time is flowing, similarly, the thinking, knowledge thirst is also continuously flowing. What next? What next? What is after this? Are we missing something? Probably. The philosopher will always say, when you talk to any philosopher, I'm not sure, but yes, I know something till that right now this. So this is the evolution of your personality. When you study human resources, you study the philosophy also. Philosophy of knowledge growth, mother of knowledge. So the purpose here is that you are continuously growing in the knowledge. When you talk of personality development, I learned this. Now nothing more. End. Khalas. No. I did masters. I did bachelors. Now done. No. The knowledge is your thirst. And for that reason, you are, and it is directly linked to your personality development. The day you stop learning, you start diminishing your personality. You stop your personal development. So, to take away from this slide is the way humanity has evolved. Similarly, personal knowledge thirst is also evolving every second. Never be self-satisfied. Never think you had enough knowledge. No. No. Even if you know anything, you will not able. You know everything. Still, you will be knowing maybe 1 or 2% what exists. So continuously evolve yourself. That will lead to your personality growth, because in the organization, the position which you join, you will not remain there for next 30 years. You are going to be CEO. You are going to be the bigger position. You will be owning the organization. You will be climbing the ladders. So the personality development is linked to the knowledge thirst and your growth in the ladder. Simple to take away from this slide. Be a philosopher. Follow the mother of knowledge science. My next slide. We all know a noble personality called Ratan Tata. We recently lost him. But I always say the sun has set to come back again. So it's going to be a comeback. There are two things which are very important from him. Tata Sons are investing their 66% profit in the Noble clause. But the two important things which are essentially required for an owner or an employee to implement in his organization. And when it comes to an individual, these two things are very critical, very critical. And these are, you can say, the foundation of your personality development. When I am right now asking the question personality development, you will be thinking the Nitin sir is talking about the personality at home, personality in office, or personality in the public places. What personality we are talking? Now you will get that clarity here, that you cannot have the multiple dual personalities. So see what Mr. Tata is telling, a very, very simple words, but a solution to the industry. The first thing, the best leader are those most interested in surrounding themselves with assistants and associates smarter than they are. Now, what is the meaning of this? The meaning of this is that you should always have the smart subordinates and smart bosses so that you can learn from them. You can have the walking and talking library around you. That will add to your personality growth. I am the boss, I know everything, correct? That approach, no, even if you are boss, try to learn from your subordinate. Have the good knowledge bank with you. Have the smarter subordinates with you. Then you will grow, and once you grow, your organization grows. Remember this point. Your growth is directly linked, directly proportional to your organization growth. And one more important thing, which is very important, I don't believe in work-life balance. There is a work-life balance concept, correct? Which encourages the dual personality. You have one profile in office, one profile at home. One personality at home, one personality at office. He says, no. I believe in work-life integration. You walk from home to office and office to home back. You are only one personality. Do an integration. The way you are owner at your house, be an owner at your company. And when you go with that philosophy, adaptability of knowledge becomes very easy, because now you have integrated your work life. So you can grow your personality. You are out of that dual personality character, which is very essential to grow. If I ask from my subordinate what my other colleagues will think, that I doesn't know this, basic question comes in your mind, correct? Do not think of that, learn. Because if you do not learn today, you will repeat same mistake tomorrow, and you will be you are the fellow who will be knowing, you will fail to learn many things, and you are the fellow who is piling up the bank of not knowing the things. So do not keep that curtains. Create one personality, create one integration. The way you learn at your home, the way you grasp at home, do the same thing, have the same ownership. As soon as ownership will come at office premises and your work front. And imagine when you bring the ownership concept, if your own business, you are an entrepreneur. Once you are running with your own business, automatically, will you allow anything not known to you? No, you will thrive for it. Because it may impact you financial loss. It may impact the performance and growth of your company. So no, you want to know everything. In the same way, if you know where you are working right now as an owner, no, I want to know. You have integrated your work life. In one of the meetings in Titan, there was a survey was done. Titan is one of the good brand available about the watches and jewelries and a couple of things. So in that survey, it has been observed that, of course, there were bosses, some were juniors, some were bosses, all the cycle. But they found one common thing, all of them. Everybody was speaking like an owner of the company, that ownership belongings. So once that comes in your life cycle, when it comes in become a part of your personality, you open the doors of knowledge and the doors of your personal growth, which we are intended through these sessions. This knowledge is there for your personal growth. You will qualify the exams, but that knowledge will carry you in the ladders in your company. Understand the application of knowledge and implement it in your organization. So this is what to take away, these are the previous slide, mother of knowledge philosophy. Be a philosopher. Learn, open the knowledge doors, learn from your subordinates, learn from anybody. And second is, get rid of this dual personality. Home and office, they are one thing. Walk like a same place, you are walking the same campus. That will make you feel comfortable, and that will make your personality growing, your personality conflict. You will get rid of your personality conflict approach within you, and you will grow in the ladder. So these are some foundation stones essentially required when we discuss on personality development and interpersonal relationship. We continue our session. Our session will cover personal development and interpersonal relationships, interpersonal relationship details, then interconnection between personal development and interpersonal relationship, intersection of personal development and technology, professional interpersonal relationship, professional personal development milestones, professional personal development and sustainability, personal development and sustainability. So we are looking on these two concepts, personal development and interpersonal relationship, from different perspectives, sustainability perspectives, technology perspectives, interdependencies point of view. And when I'm talking personal development is your development. If you grow, you'll be good at home and you'll be good in office. So there's nothing that through this session we want to make you good in office. No, we want to make you absolute good. We want to talk absolute personal development, so which can survive at every positions. So with this, this is our agenda. We'll continue in our session. Personal development and interpersonal relationship. Okay, so we just go on. Introduction to personal development and interpersonal relationship. Okay, we are into that section now. Importance of personal development. Personal development is crucial for self-improvement and achieving life goals, enhancing overall happiness and fulfillment. This is a global perspective. You work because you want to earn money and you want to be happy, correct? And for that, you want to earn more money. You want to grow in the ladder, correct? And it is, with time, demand changes at personal front and office front. Okay. So the personal development is crucial for self-improvement, very critical. You have to improve so you can achieve your life goals. You want to be CEO of a company. You want to give the best education to your kids. You want to have a big land piece in your life which you own, and etc. etc. The point here is, when you do an integration of life, work-life integration, your personal development becomes very critical to achieve the objective of life goals. And in turn, overall happiness and the satisfaction, feeling of fulfillment, I achieved this. So that's why it's important to discuss and understand the concept of personal development. And again, I repeat, this is a continuous process, 24/7. It's a continuous process, 365 days. Never be self-satisfied about your personal development. If you learned something today, oh, thank you, I learned this much. But again, open the door for next learning. Building interpersonal relationships. Interpersonal relationships are essential for emotional support and collaboration, influencing our quality of life. We used to study in our school time, correct? Man is a social animal, correct? Okay. Social sciences, we studied the first chapters and all, correct? And that's true. Interpersonal relationship in an organization, it is very important. And how it is important? You may be a good software engineer writing a good software program, and that is in individual capacity, individual role. But now you have been given bigger assignment. The team of 5 program writers are reporting to you, so now you become a program manager. So you have been evaluated something which is given to you individually, as well as you will be evaluated based on how you take the work from your team, how you do collaboration. It is not possible that the day you enter in a company and the day you retire, or then you say now you can you put your hats off. I said now I am done for 30 years and you will be in individual role. That is not possible. You are going to come in the role of leadership. It is only a matter of time, today or tomorrow. And when you talk coming to that scale, coming to the leadership roles, which is unavoidable, because otherwise you will not grow. You have to grow. And when you want to grow, you have to grow in the leadership roles. So when you know that it's going to happen, it is much better to build yourself from the day one, even though when you are not leader. But imagine you are going to be a leader in future. Start preparing on your interpersonal relationship with your colleagues, your bosses, your subordinates. Collaboration. And in turn, it will influence your quality of life because you are respecting the norms of interpersonal relationship to grow together. There is a very good video available on my YouTube channel, The Story of Two Lines. Try to see whenever I see this professional conflicts happen sometimes. I always watch my video. Story of Two Lines. Strategies for enhancement. Effective strategies for enhancing personal development and interpersonal relationship, including setting goals and practicing active listening. You have to have a strategy. When we study an organization structure, correct? So we have a vision, we have mission, we have vision, then we have goals, we have objectives. This all we talk. But ultimately, who make them realize? Your strategy. So make an effective strategy for your personal development. You will be writing a strategy for your company to grow, but you should have a strategy for your personal development also. So that is what strategies for enhancement for both personal development and interpersonal relationship. We are going to see slowly they are going to come. We are just opening up the subject right now. We are going to see the details on each of them, but just to give a heads up to the point. Key principles of personal development. Thank you. Self-awareness. Self-awareness involves understanding our thoughts, emotions, behavior, and values, which is crucial for personal growth. Do a mirror talk, stand in front of mirror, be aware what you have. What are your thoughts, what are your emotions? How you deal with your emotions? How you behave with your colleagues in a good scenario and a bad scenario and a stress scenario? What are values you are carrying? And this self-awareness will give you a place for improvement if you are lacking somewhere. That's why self-awareness is very important. Before seeing others, try to look on yourself. That is a fundamental of empathy story also. We'll see in the coming slides. Goal setting. Goal setting helps to define clear and achievable goals, guiding our journey towards personal development. I will do this tomorrow. No problem. We'll postpone this for next year. No. There should be a smart goal. So goal setting is mandatory. Goal setting is mandatory to keep you on track of your personal development. Continuous learning. I said in the beginning, philosophy does not allow you to stop learning actually. Human brain cannot stop learning. Human brain cannot be out of curiosity any point of time. It's only one time when you become out of curiosity. And after that, so continuous learning, embracing a growth mindset encourages continuous learning and development, essential for overcoming challenges. When you go to negotiation skills, there are many management sections are there in this, okay? When you go for negotiations, correct? You should know better about the person with whom you are negotiating. You are negotiating the business. And if you do not have the feature of continuous learning, how you will be knowing on the subject at all? So it is embracing a growth mindset encourages continuous learning and development, self-development, continuous self-development. And it is essentially required for overcoming the challenges. Challenges will never come by telling you, okay, that I am challenged, I am coming to you. No. You should be ready with your plan ABC in advance. And your plan ABC, one plan is that you are already having the knowledge, information about the challenges which are going to come, and you have a ready plan, you have a strategy to deal with that challenges. So that's why the continuous learning is very important. Strategies for personal development. Self-reflection. Again, I'm telling, when you develop your personality, and as per human resource basic principles, a person with good personality is good at home also and is good in office also. So forget the duality of the personality. What you grow in your personality, it is beneficial to you across all parts of your life. So that's why strategy for personal development cannot be classified, this strategy for office, this strategy for house. No. It is creating absolute growth in your personality, so you can face anything in the life. So the strategy for personal development includes broadly self-reflection, engaging in introspection and journaling helps us understand our inner thoughts and feelings better. Self-reflections. Mirror study, I said in the previous slide, correct? So try to see in introspection. Always. Because right now we are building an individual, remember. And if one individual is built correctly, company will, and similarly other individuals are built correctly, the company will automatically grow. And if you are an entrepreneur, if your team is grown individually correctly, your team will grow and your company will grow correctly. So the self-reflection is very important. Mindfulness practices. Keep yourself always happy, smiling faces in office, premises. Do meditation, yoga, whatever you want to do. You want to play sports, play sports. Try to watch the Google head office video, walk through. The sports facilities, gym facilities, recreation facilities, yoga facilities, multiple facilities are there. Why? If you are bored with your work, go relax, come back, work with double efficiency. So the mindfulness practices should be part of your personality. No, I have a too much workload and I just go to office, I work extra 3 hours, come back, eat and sleep. No, please. Bring the right practices, mindfulness practices in your lifestyle. A healthy mind resides in healthy body, correct? We studied this in childhood. Mindfulness practices are more essential because you have a additional work to do at home and at office both. So keep that. Goal setting and planning. We are talking about strategies. Setting smart goals and creating action plans are crucial for achieving personal development. Smart goals. Okay? And creating action plan for that. What I will do for that? How to achieve that goal? Goal has been made, but how to achieve? What is my action plan on that? So develop that. I am keeping a goal that I will complete my PhD, okay, my PhD by the year 2026. That is my personal goal. And why I am doing that? Why I am doing that? Because I have a plan to contribute in that field continuously with an authority also, which I have already started. Keep goals in your life. Learning goals. Mastering the skill set for your profession. You see, your colleague is having some extra skills, correct? Don't be competitive with your colleague that he is having that. Create a competition with yourself that he is having this. I am also interested in this also, as well as in this also, because I want to climb in my ladder of the company which required these 5 skill sets. I should be a good economist. I should do economic evaluation of the projects. Correct? I should able to write a good business report skills. Set the goals of skill set development. Do online courses. Try to acquire the knowledge. But I want to be proficient, which will add a value. Simple thing. When your son or daughter is struggling in mathematics, correct? You study, correct? You study. And you try to help them out. Leader also does the same thing in the company. When their team is suffering somewhere, they get into the business, they wear the shoes and say, let me do it. Okay, no problem. Even at my time, this was not a problem, but we sit together and we evaluate the problems. How it is possible? When you have an adaptability of goal setting to resolve the problem. Your goal could be, as a leader, your goal could be, every day I will solve 5 problems of my team. Goal. You said, what is this goal? Yeah, this is a goal. It's a business requirement as well as goal also. As a boss, you can say, you figure out your problem. But no, as a leader, no, let's solve together. If you are struggling, let's not hold the processes here. We have to grow. Company has to grow. And when you get involved, your personality is evolving in that and you are also learning the things. So the next time when problem comes and that person who was working in your team has transferred or he resigned other company, but you are still holding the company. Next time when problem comes, now you are so well equipped, you can resolve that. You can guide the new person to solve that issue. So these are the strategies for personal development, involvement. Self-care practices. Prioritize self-care activities, promotes overall well-being and help to manage stress effectively. Stress management. It is being talked a lot. Stress management. I have my own philosophy on that and about the stress. There are many. There are huge sessions you can continue on the stress management. But one thing if you can practice, I try myself, okay. That is my personal experience I am sharing. There are always reasons behind the stress, okay. So you must smell the reasons when they are popping up, which can grow into a stress. You can put them in the box of stress. So before you can put them in the box of stress, they start slowly building up. So when they build up, smell them, literally smell them and resolve them. So the stress does not take its shape. Same in the case of conflict also. When there is a possibility of conflict as a leader in your team or your conflict with your colleague, smell it. And before it becomes a conflict and it takes the shape of conflict, resolve it. Because it impacts your efficiency, and in turn it impacts your colleagues' efficiency, and in turn it impacts the efficiency of your growth, of your company and your team, and then your group, your company in turn. Building resilience. Developing coping mechanism for stress enhances our ability to face challenges and adversity. Resilience. Be resilient. Mechanism. Develop the mechanism where the stress is being handled correctly. And even if happens, stress comes out, in spite of everything, you have a mechanism to face that adversity. You build a resilient system. And that is a core activity of a team. In spite of everything, if this happens, what we will do together? Build that strategy. Build that strategy as an individual first, and then build that as a team strategy. So if you are convinced on that strategy, your team, you can convince your team also. Or you can improvise by the interpersonal relationship, you can improvise on your strategy by discussing. That was very basic about the personal development. Now we'll see some basics on interpersonal relationship. Definition of interpersonal relationship. Interpersonal relationship refer to the connections formed with individual in various social contexts influencing our life experiences. Importance of relationship. These relationships are essential for our social, emotional, psychological well-being, contributing to a fulfilling life. That's a relationship, and definition does not change whether it's office or home. Interpersonal relationship can vary, including family, friends, and professional connections. And you cannot have variety in all, because you may do an error in handling the situations. So if you put the right foundation for handling the relationship with slightly tweaks at different locations as required, but they are essentially required to handle this. Key principles of interpersonal relationship. Effective communication. We read this word many times in different management streams. Effective communication involves active listening and respectful dialogue, allowing for clear expression of thoughts and feelings. See, the most important point to take away here is active listening. Effective communication includes delivering clarity of thoughts, coming up the clear-cut feel what you feel about the subject, what is your technical experience on that subject, what are your technical opinions on that subject, what is your financial opinion, that's fine. But listen to others. Try to consolidate response with collaboration, and for that you have to be active listener. And with various research, with various feedbacks, in effective communication, the biggest challenge point lies with active listening. Listening and active listening is a difference. You are trying to interpret the things what has been told to you in the spirit the speaker wants to communicate to you. Nitin is speaking to you right now, okay? And you know that Nitin sir speaks like this, okay? Or say we are colleagues right now for 2 minutes. And you know what happened? I am speaking to you for 5 minutes. But you are already biased about Nitin. Nitin will talk about this, blah, blah, blah subject. So you know what happened? I explained to you something for 5 minutes. But you were active listener only for 1 minute, and 80% time you assumed what Nitin is going to speak. So you were not active listener at that point of time. See, when I'm coming and I'm speaking to you, or when you are coming and speaking to me, and if I'm biased with your personality, so I'm not able to differentiate between personality and what you're delivering at that point of time, creates a gap in active listening. You might have come with your problem this time, or you might come with solutions some different way, which you have not told me before. So I should be an active listener. Kids does not cry for the same problem every time. Similarly, when your colleagues are speaking or you are speaking to your colleagues, there is a possibility the subject has different contents every time. So we should listen to them as a fresh, without anything on my piece of paper, blank piece of paper, blank slate. If you start doing that, believe me, there will be a drastic sea-phase change will come in interpersonal relationship. First of all, the speaker who is coming to you will get involved. He will try to not give you something in 5 minutes. Probably he will give you more and more information, which could be of great help to you as a leader. So listen, the great leaders they always possess one quality: active listening. They are involved in you at that point of time, and they are listening to all the bullet points, sub-bullet points, underline, bold, italics items what you are speaking by threadbare approach. Building empathy. We gave an example of Mr. Ratan Tata, and he is considered to be an icon of empathy. Sympathy is what actually, when I talk sympathy about with you guys, so I will say, I know what you are feeling. That is sympathy. But and by the way, if you continuously practice sympathy, one day it will convert to empathy. Huh? So I am telling you, oh, I know what you're, I know what you're talking of. I know what you're feeling. I know. And slowly my word I know convert to I feel what you are feeling. So my I know, my knowledge has converted to I started feeling what you feel. That is a migration of sympathy to empathy. So when you realize, when you build the empathy, you start understanding, start feeling the situation of your colleagues in office premises, at your family or anywhere. That grows your interpersonal relationship. You get a place to express. You are the place for someone to express. And leaders want this. If your face is stressed and you are speaking something, and other day your face is good and you are speaking something, as a leader it becomes my responsibility to understand at that point what is going on in your brain other than what you are speaking to me. And I says, I think, look Nitin, I think you are stressed out. You have some family issues or something like that today. Go, relax. We'll talk after 2 hours, or we'll talk tomorrow morning. Relax, no problem. But something is there, let's share with me so we can resolve your first problem which is there inside you right now. If you relax a person, automatically it grows in the multifold. Next is establishing the trust. Trust is building through honesty, reliability, and mutual respect, serving as a foundation for strong relationship. So that is what the point is. You have to build this trust in the interpersonal relationship when it is coming to a professional world. This is very important, so that there are many financial transactions are happening. There are many confidential, strategical concepts are handling across the thing. So establishing a trust is very important. If something is to be kept secret, it should be kept secret. It's a mutual respect, because it can impact your company. It can impact the survival of your company also. Conflict resolution skills. Develop effective conflict resolution skills is crucial for navigating disagreement in the constructive manner. I said on the previous slide just. Conflict resolution is very important. It's a big chapter also to discuss. But conflict resolution, one of the key to take away from that is that before the conflict takes a shape as a conflict, try to smell the conflict, because it will not pop up in one day. Okay, try to see the disagreement during the discussions. If the disagreements are getting added up, they become the point of conflict. And then what happened? Then the philosophy is developed between the views developed by two individuals are that they resist each other always, and it is always a conflict situation. So address disagreement from the day one, whether you are in a team member role or you are in a leader role. So with this, we conclude our session for today. It will continue in the times to come on the personal development and interpersonal relationship. So with this, we conclude our session.